good guardian swimmer. There's different facets of what constitutes the physical aspect of it. The other would be the mental, and the other aspect would be a spiritual aspect. Hitting off with the physical aspect, someone who has actually it's rooted in the core mentally of having an attention to detail with technique and doing things properly the first time, all the time, day in and day out. A work attitude that's willing to practice and not just do the minimum required to swim a set, swim a practice, come out to the maximum amount of practices, ideally. Somewhat of a competitive spirit doesn't hurt at all as well. Someone who doesn't like to lose. Spiritually, someone who has a team-minded mentality. Someone that does not want to bring glory to themselves, but to the Lord. I had several coaches growing up, but one in particular, Mr. Emery, he got the best out of me because he always set a high standard and didn't waver on that standard, and he never let me get satisfied with a standard or a goal that I had maybe reached. He demanded respect, not necessarily verbally, but just by his presence. It was that look in his eye when he would look at me, or any of us swimmers that swam for him, and he believed in what he was teaching and coaching, and so that he made us believers. And the fruit of that was a very successful high school and club team, and that success breeds upon success, so that it all helped out. And ultimately, a very good coach brings that out of an athlete. Motivating swimmers to be the best person as well as athlete is a daunting task, because motivation is a matter of the heart and not something that necessarily you can put your hand on. One of the things I try to do with athletes is try to motivate and encourage them with small successes, small accomplishments, and which lead to bigger accomplishments. And that could play itself out in practice with reaching certain interval times that they shoot for or drop down in, to accomplishing a certain length of swim in a certain stroke. The length of a practice a person participates in, but a lot of little successes for them to be reminded of the bigger success or the bigger goal that they're shooting for. On a personal level, discipline, self-discipline is something that goes hand in hand with athletics, not necessarily just swimming, but goal setting, self-discipline, teamwork, integrity, and those are all typical and wonderful virtues that we try to instill in our athletes.